Argentina President Javier Milei just shot himself in the foot with one of the wildest, most self-inflicted disasters in crypto history. Here's the crazy story into why Milei is now facing fraud charges and a potential impeachment, all because he endorsed a crypto token from this 28-year-old.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that in hindsight, whatever. But I'm trying to make, like, I'm not a piece of shit.
First off, I was down in Buenos Aires when all of this began. It was October of last year when the crypto world descended on Buenos Aires with a few crypto conferences. One of those conferences, the Tech Forum, was put on by two Argentine crypto promoters and went around trying to charge for meet and greets with President Milei. As Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson confirmed, that was probably red flag number one that Milei was being taken advantage of.
So we had all these people that we'd encounter along the way, and they say, hey, you give us a little something, we can get you a meeting, and oh yeah, magical things can happen. I said, well, that would be a violation of the FCPA. We can't do that. And then suddenly they stopped talking to us. So we were always curious, what was going on there.
In that setting, enter Hayden Davis, a 28-year-old Liberty University grad who worked his way into Milei's inner circle, convincing him to endorse the Viva la Libertad project, a crypto token that purported to raise money to boost the Argentine economy. Milei tweeted out that endorsement, linking to the crypto token on Friday, despite the site not listing any detailed tokenomics and the fact that the site's contact page was just a janky Google form in English for Argentine businesses to apply for funding. People plowed their money into the token anyway. But within hours, the token's price began to plummet. People got nervous over about 80% of the token supply being controlled by a few wallets. And soon after, Milei deleted his tweet and said he wasn't sure of all the details around the project. The Libra token continued to fall over 90% as people panicked. In the aftermath, the man behind the project, Hayden Davis, the brainchild of a crypto venture firm, surfaced on X to share an emergency update, saying he wanted to be more transparent and accountable for what happened.
A lot of people that have been involved with this launch have gone either silent or are nowhere to be found, and I want to make sure there's A, accountability, and B, a structure going forward so that people don't feel screwed over.
In an interview with CoffeeZilla, Hayden revealed that the reason the token plummeted was because other people front-ran the token launch and sniped or bought up massive amounts of the token and eventually dumped after the project's fully diluted market cap peaked at over $4 billion. And just to be clear here, these projects are never really worth that much. It's just that the marginal price the last person has paid per token multiplied by all the tokens outstanding gives you that larger number. The minute anyone who sniped this project dumps, the market gets flooded with Libra tokens and the price nukes. So technically, Hayden can be telling the truth that neither he nor Milei intentionally rugged anyone who bought the token, but it became astoundingly clear in the rest of the interview that he knew exactly the risks of this happening, because he admitted to being on the team that helped launch Melania Trump's Melania meme coin.
A lot of people have linked you to the Melania launch, and that is a big question on everyone's mind, mine especially, which is, were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's.
And this might be the most important part in telling this story of what happened here. Because what you have is a guy who was fully aware of how bad this could go, because he saw that with the Melania token launch. And despite that, used the president of Argentina to promote a project on the promise of helping Argentine businesses, when they're probably going to be the ones who are hurt the most in all this.
If you're watching and you're from Argentina, you. Jesus Christ.
Now, I would say that that is a very bad thing. But it's even more damning to hear the guy who literally launched this token admit the same, despite the fact that he launched not just one, but two of these things.
It is an insider's game. This is an unregulated casino. Like, if you're a retail trader thinking you're going to go make millions off of meme coins, you better study your fucking ass off. All of these are a game. And so from a retail perspective, I highly encourage people, unless they have, like, if you have 100 grand, go spend 10 and play the game if you want to do that. But it's not a good idea.
In the aftermath, as Milei and the people on the team try to figure out how to make this right, people are calling on Hayden to refund the people who bought this token. In fact, Hayden already refunded losses for some people, like Barstool's Dave Portnoy, who also asked Hayden what he plans to do with the rest of it.
Whose money is it?
It's, it,
That's what I don't. I think that's the question.
I don't know. It's definitely not it's Argentina's.
But let's be honest, if you threw your money into this, were you really doing it because you wanted to help Argentine businesses or because you wanted to buy low and sell high? Using $100 million or so to prop up a token that's already cooked might not be as helpful to the real victims when that money could still serve the purpose that was peddled to the world. So where do we go from here? And that's where it gets incredibly messy. And no, not like the good kind of messy for Argentina. The very bad kind. The bad kind of a president who was actually turning the country around, now embroiling himself in a scandal of his own making, and having to address the country as the Argentine stock market tanks 5% kind of messy. As we've covered before, Milei has manufactured an incredible turnaround in Argentina. Inflation was coming down and economic restrictions were being lifted with the help of crypto. And that's what's frustrating. There are so many better ways to launch the ability to fund things together than meme coins. And I say that as a founder who has launched this show as a community-owned DAO that anyone can join by minting. Sure, we might be able to raise less money, but at the very least, you can build without people getting absolutely wrecked. And everyone gets treated the same instead of people like Dave Portnoy getting special treatment.
And I've told everybody what I'm going to do to it. The only thing I haven't said, and it wasn't intentional, is that Hayden refunded me. And again, if that's your, well, Dave accepted a refund for the fucking money he lost in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's an advantage of being me.
The fact is, Hayden Davis knew exactly what he was doing and the risks of what he was doing, even if Javier Milei didn't. So shame on him, and shame on anyone who keeps doing this shit in crypto. We as a space need to hold these people accountable. And if you agree, you can like and share this video so crypto can move on from this once and for all. Because the world's watching, and we might not get another shot. I'm Zach Guzman. This was Coinage. Stay safe out there.